Hey, now Senator about Obraso then the politicians was almost saying yes and if parliamentary candidate so about the assemblyman and assemblyman just will be a shabobi. There's a man for Timisha Bar, my party members for Crampono, will be a shabobi. You see the bed there say be some name. Pius and Majide, you also premier Shakumiano, Ewo, as your Jama constituency, on Sabah Beshabobi Abusia. I'm a Malik Basintale, Captain Smart at the Black Rasta, as a mobile for the danger of soldier, a good Pius, and I'm Hadzide Abusia. Asem ben and as a promises ben and a Pius and I'm Hadzide Rakosha. I'm as a personality see, Omino Mobu Elfo, Yabotre, Ibera in into details. Aha, 822 TV, so you subscribe, your message, subscribe, no turn on the notification button, so Edamayan. All the social media platforms, the BM, 822 TV, feel free, natural wardrobe, our comment section, as you push them from me, so I share. Achenkwa Cosmetics, or the 4 girls and restaurants, and some, and a Royal Heart Home Health, or no more boy, made the story see at the episode. No more channel so send your Facebook page no kwa and the tuntum GH. Message so be fully. Nothing so I like page and at the amayan. Now, okay, but show me about 10 and 7 years dream and for Emma Mombaka 2018 more. And again, ya kunya kupima or common games on the shares so Australia and they are sending back up on tenant. They are Ghana, just will be any G and of baby make up many GM. At least Miss country and ya kunya kusia kind Australia. Na Ghana ban na adwin say sadia and the yemma nkofo bi akọ Australia or ayi some journalist am omo no take coverage no e dey be say na Ghana for say the betray ni assist play de busua enkonko wi asen say na omo ye no mko omo ye journalist for say insem trust school dan kampo no omo sim kampo da na kampo so mko hu camera handle ni e ho reporting kampo ye and the sabata bontin there and the nipa ba kwan de ebum di aye Pius and Majide because amanfo mu a Pius e kwan ofa so onya aye visa any ticket at the man sanko for the day. Just hold you one tiasium. Now I'm so as time minister for youth and sport or Isaac Esiaman or no and or accuse him deputy minister for youth and sports at time not Pius and Majide or no any deputy. And there are some about bontin then Isaac Esiaman accuse or no nothing to board chairman National Sports Authority could you buy Ajman. And the answer bontin the sports minister na yade obremi sanko for me because omo na mudin ewo so loud that amanfo echem so omo na so fraud and I say ticket fraud ni visa fraud bi akoso ni na e for omo nsase and the asemi by the yade amanfo bebe na to manu gu manu kwapo reporter say me come CID for say the be jam omo ye hwehwem mapa e wo sanse mu nhwehwem koso wie ye na omo the report command na dan kwakufa do a Agufado Babontin Ebeka Sim Chen, or say, reports no the buying said the phone H1. Pius and Majide ya, a month for accusing the say or no, and nam Neswa, or more de air mouth for Coco Pim, Australia, na even compono or more tickets name, or more visa of the coil compound for Campasso and Munian, and the reporters here before the buying and Dunker for the H1. Pius and Majide Ghana for Bia son and no de good sono, he is innocent on counting no. Obia embo sanse ningu and the asane be no phone find the bam and obia na adwen efiri so na be sanse de be na esi ebusuam yese nyame nkunwa a otiasefo bre kwa na 2024 general election year yi wan kasa woni say edu sambe so de bo shama for shen nya asem ketwa Pius enam Hadzide yi a ye kan ho asemi onu so na as parliamentary candidate e was so German constituency ebusuam na wakose bobi a atwamanfo biradwan kokosi 2018 asemi yesi yi amanfo echimwan ono enano so na fraud visa bi any ticket racketeering bi enamensa so na eba yam na ndan kokufado ebe clear say he is free, he is innocent on coming Pius enam Hadzide nangase no kakoyi mika waka asem bi am te say etwetwa amanfo aso a ebusuan bo se ben na Pius enam Hadzide akakokan ama obia aso na no edegu nusi ye nhwembra
at Australia na nanu muni masembi Ufri Ghana na uko Australia ubetina aeroplane mu 18 hours enukura no nipa bi etumi di mechi akọ World Cup eba ayeba bebo afifufuru ayeba be wure mu yi ye bebo no ewa America enunu 7 hours pe na wedu America nananum Semu pesemu manumu enko America no munko bobra na sike bi emrefia to abane mami uye bebuno ewa paso uye bebuno ewa desase uye bebuno ewa Newtown na upese utukwa mi Pius mi be ye we epia mi di ube tukwa mi di ube ko na mino minti se ampem na yamawa kwanya na wodi usako se udemne frem na eduma na yedi ase usase bua nipa no ontumi ho ano twi na obi foforo so embe ya usemi ntwe konongo kaya minti sa etimbe no uye bebu no na opese utukwan uko Germany uko America uko UK uko France baby a opese ubeko bia no ubuami a misu minya akwanya misu mebuao etirano
na Pius amana nsuwa o osanso kwa Akoma Senior High School won ema no mo na ham okobobo mu ina no tenku e na osho mo bo na bosha osho ema no tele Udwe wa won ti asio na wanzu ya boshe we boshe
when you have the time and you have an exit or you have the opportunity to go out and you want and I mean, I have your headmaster is my friend. A lot of good friends in your school, so exia should not be an issue. Yes. So if you want it, just let someone else know.
Pius Hadzide se asojamanfo ataba edemana Akoma Senior High yo so mo hodan de free exit wa pese wo kofie se wo yalio se won yalio se wo intentional se eye tangible reason no se eye tangible reason no won ya aka se wo pese wo kofie no ku ade mo de ade ba kopa na be ye nya se wo betim wo komotim e won ballot paper no so na wa fa ba na de ama no asa eno ano no awon wa kofie free without exit now I say better bontin and then the Captain Smart say the be with the own jano or message be the man. Captain Kasamayon call.
A parliamentary candidate of a ruling party is now asking Ghanaians to vote for him to become a member of parliament. What would you do for us? The answer was very simple. I will send your children to Australia. Oh, Erade. Erade.
That's not been that's my answer.
This miserable thinker gathered Ghanaians, parents, at night. What is he saying? Monto abamame. Na made me mane be ko Australia. O pesa mo mane ko abruche ko bobra na omudi sika ba fia. Nti chese se Ghana ye nkwasiafo man. Ghana ya manfo. Hwini omanimu a ye betimi ahohwa ye ho. Enti ade we ogina TV so yi catch the Ghana for say monto abamame na menye den memfa mo mane nkwa bruche na mo nkobɔ brama enti de MPP aban kire yen sese ne se what your man Ghana mu a untimi mmobra Pacho enya reho enti enye ya so omanya wo gold wo diamond wo bauxite wo manganese wo timber omanya owo oil owo uranium wonya lithium omanya wonya bibia nyame boye odi sha asase bia mu o asase so no omanya we wo bi na obi a wadi deputy minister da na dwe wua kodum pempenso a se omanyin di mfaso bia betimi di abo mabu na wo pa adwuma ye na momgye ono bedi MP anso do wo free Ghana akọ Australia if you say what's not playing me free Ghana across Australia bedi by 17 hours bedi by 18 hours he was able to calculate je kufu adawroma it's not playing me ne mienu me kufu mienu and in penny for the count. I could have kept maybe senior high school. You know, want to call Australia a very it's a long journey. Me can't be at Robin me no man who say Australia until me kwando that summit na bruchly. Australia me tine mu no kwantente me twaye akoda ketwa me du ye ne kufo na ase atata kufo shoe me nem kutai. Gwen. Upa bisa kwabe. Ojai. Traplin him sana on ase atatai. Ukasa bruche ye nuanom e wa bruche no. Our brothers and sisters are what America, UK, Europe, other parts of the world. What dream you on say? O manage won. Sana yo. Hwe. Me call Germany. Me call Hamburg. Me call Stuttgart. Me call Bonn. And other places in Germany. Say almost sorry ya homa china omo pre omo ho akwadwuma. Me shedem na misu. Sofo minsa o Hamburg. Na oye sofo e wo Kumase. Ana minim no. Hwe minya amane bi. Me dem mo niama me sesa kogu onu ni fie. Sofo minsa wo na wo yele nyame nhyira na wo mo da 2 bedrooms wo di 1 room mame mame sesa me dem me so me ho ne ma do so time ya wo ekogum enti me call Germany na me kopena danase so wo mo sori ahomache na abruchefo no kwa adwuma minua menye wadwen se emre awo ya ye wo mi samre ya wo wom de nendin mo Europe ye wo se ukohu wo mo abraba sanka o men your my papa me gidi ye say ka want na ho papa de say Ghana o man no ba umia ba ontimi ma wadwuma nye tie ni ye. These guys are liars, they are killers, they are future murderers, they have nothing to offer you. And you know, they can never ever create. On to me, Mawajuma nye. And the MP say, so what to Abamana won't dear on the Grofobia Quabruchly. And to watch this. Obia qua ne kamenu mi noa. Obey. Patrobo video no mam. Tieno.
Ako Australia, and I know money masembi. Africana na uko Australia ubetina aeroplane mu 18 hours enukura no nipa bi etumi di mechi akọ World Cup eba aye ba bebo afufufura aye ba be wure mo yi ye bebo no ewa America enunu 7 hours pe na we do America nananum Semo pesembu manumo enko America somo kobra na sikeli emrefia to abanu mami uye bebuno awa pasu uye bebuno awa dasase uye bebuno awa Newtown na pese utukwa me Pius me ye we pia me di ubetukwa me di ubeko na me no me tise ampem na yamawa kanya na wodi usako se utelefem na eduma na yedi ase usase bua nepa no ontumi bua no hina obi fufuro so ebe ya usimi twe ono boka ya nintesa lelelelelele uye bebuno na opese utukwan uko Germany uko America uko UK uko France bebi a opese ubeko bia no ubua mi a misu mi nya akwanya misu mebuao eti anono ako Australia na nanu muni masembi Africana na uko Australia ubetina aeroplane mu 18 hours enukura no nipa bi etumi di mechi akọ World Cup eba aye ba bebo afufufura aye ba be wure mo yi ye bebo no ewa America enunu 7 hours pe na we do America nananum Semo pesembu manumo enko America no munko bobra na sikeli emrefia to abanu mami uye bebuno awa pasu uye bebuno awa dasase uye bebuno awa Newtown na pese utukwa me Pius me be ye we pia me di ubetukwa me di ubeko na me no me tise ampem na yamawa kanya Now what you say ko say dem refem. Na eduma na ye dia say usa say bua nepa no. On to me one no. She now be for so embe ya usimi twe. Konongo kaya.
And now I was in a very good mood. But time I'm a producer, after a long day, and after a production meeting, he sent me this thing. He broke me. I got broken. Listen. Say Ghana, say na yedru baby a Ghana yet tan under the MPP and the MPP for na catch there and say on my way would say I want to be mobra.
Bibini ow. Bibini and Nipo.
Maybe the LPM. Emma Jovi.
Bibini ow.
And the Site City.
Bibini ow.
And the other travel and tour agencies. But then MPC. So be I went to Metro Abamano. Your friend said Pius Hadzide. Boy. Metro Abama ye. Into one casa mammy penny more and I would to one hour budget so no one didn't know saying. Mammy. Say on mine now would no war be the way I would to war nimpenny for them to another budget so no. Or passport. Or passport. Now one casa be what to say. Bank man, I'll save you a bank statement. Mira, what? Chase, my dear, send me a son, but possibly me trust maybe a phone line, and I man, person. Yet, that's a bioma. Mekangalam say, Menkwana maintenance and Bian coming home. Menkwa maintenance for newspaper review now. Menkwana maintenance for newspaper review. Maybe yeah.
Hey. Asam say 2018 any sama you could kasa there be when the yan fifimu biem te say yan hwehwemu see ya defense so yin embo nsem na chi bi omo opini asem yi biem no mo yan hwehwemu yie na asam wo de beto abonten ya mo de kokoma e na de kwekufu adamu na na do nso chirim say Pius na magide ne ho son no afa ba ne san e na okogina simpeni apaso ka nsem say wo ne yamitim ye so ne yamitim ye Malik Basintale a nsem misi
classmates in corruption. I am happy that one of the people he cleared, of which he finally attained the highest title of being not just the mother serpent of corruption, but a clearing agent, have finally vindicated the stance of the NDC. I sat on TV and I said Pius Hadzide took over 200 people to Austria. When they got there, it turned out that they were fake people branded as journalists. The Australian authorities deported all of them. And his own minister, Pius Hadzide's minister, said he wasn't in charge of visa issuing. It was Pius who brought the people, and it was Pius who led them to Austria. He brought gross international embarrassment to the people of this country. When I said it, he was jumping all around, swearing all oracle that he wasn't the one. God being so good. And you see, there's a special way the God of 2024 usually exposes criminals. God made he himself declare himself guilty. He stood there and said, just like I took people to Austria, I will take you to US. And this is what we call intended fraud. And if we don't stop it now, if it finally happens, no security person should blame anybody. He said from here to America, it's 7 hours. Tonto, you are an expert of going to America. Which plane? Maybe the Air Force One. Is what takes people at a 7-hour duration from Ghana to America. The best time you can go to America is 10 hours. Yet Pius, because he has intentions of duping his own constituents, collecting monies and not taking them to America, he said they only need 7 hours to get to America, which is a barefaced lie. Number 2, you don't even know your fate as to whether your Black Stars that today we don't even know how they are playing will finally go to the World Cup or not. Yet you are already intending to take money from your constituents and take them to Austria. As for Pius's matter, from this platform, we will have a press conference at Osojaman, and we now have documents that prove the amounts of money he took from those 200 people he took to Austria. Until now, many of those 200 people have not gotten a refund.
But Pius was not in Australia when the games were ongoing.
But
before.
He issued the visas to them. His minister said he was in charge of that.
How can Pius issue visas?
What I mean is that he selected the people, began the processes for them, he took the details, and then he took the details to the embassy for them to be issued visas. They got there and realized that Pius had given their names to them in pretense that the persons that were going to Austria were journalists, only for it to turn out that they were lay people he just took monies from and took them there. Don't worry.
But you you heard and the president speak that the CID report or investigation didn't find any wrongdoing on Pius's part.
Have you seen the CID report?
I haven't, but the president said it.
When the mother serpent of corruption, of which his own special prosecutor office labeled him, tells you something, you need to think twice before you accept it. Now, we're in this country, and I've decided to flag Pius's matter because at 12 o'clock, there'll be breaking news, and GH1, you'll be first to get it, of who the character Pius is. President Akufo-Addo was the man who finally renegotiated the Ameri Innovation scandal. He ballooned the price from 510 million to 1.3 billion. President Akufo-Addo, together with Bawumia. When he was so exposed, when he was caught, he told you and I that he was misled. Till date, Mr. Akufo-Addo has not told us who misled him. Mr. Akufo-Addo has not also commenced investigations into that particular act, simply because he himself, together with Bawumia, are guilty for that crime. That one, shouldn't we call him a clearing agent? Number 3, Cecilia Dapa's matter was still under investigation when President Akufo-Addo wrote a love letter. In fact, at the tail end of the letter, he said, "My dear Cecilia Dapa, I know you will be vindicated. Many love. Best of luck ahead in your days." So many sweet words. When this woman was under high investigation. Today we've seen what the matter has become. A woman who could stuff dollars. A woman who was given $43 million to dredge the Odo Lagoon. Refused to dredge it. When she got to parliament, she couldn't even account for the money. Yet we found dollars under her bed. Today, as a result of the clearing agent, we don't even know to the extent to which that particular matter was going.
How did the Akufo-Addo clear Cecilia Dapa?
The letter he wrote, did you read it?
That is a clear, it's him saying that Cecilia Dapa is cleared of any wrongdoing.
Do you know how they sympathize with criminals? You sympathize with a criminal by showing affection to the acts of that person. That was clearly enshrined in President Akufo-Addo's letter to her. PDS, when they ballooned the contract, and in fact, at that one, Alhaji Bawumia is 100% guilty. And I've said that no matter how long it takes, Bawumia will be stripped naked in that particular crime. Bawumia's PDS, they changed the condition precedent to a condition subsequent. They presented fake Carl Bank documents to government of Ghana. They got the contract. In fact, their own minister, Peter Mewu, said the documents Bawumia and his cronies presented were fraudulent. Till date, not a single investigation has been done in that particular matter. Charles Edubuahem, a minister of state, who said before you meet Bawumia to discuss Galamsey issues, you have to put $250,000. This is not an ordinary man. He is a man President Akufo-Addo appointed Minister of Finance at the office of the president. After he said this, investigations were done at the Special Prosecutor's office. In the concluding part of the report, the Special Prosecutor said Bawumia's crime is so big that it is bigger than the office they appointed him to. And by so doing,
it was stated in the report.
Let me tell you the clause. He said, we need to pass the Corrupt Practices Act before you finally investigate Bawumia's crime.
But
this was the Special Prosecutor.
Now, I know Anna Black Rasta says to my Pius Hadzide, Nebe, Eodia, Tino Komapim.
So, my brother, these are the people who are your ministers. Look at the level of thinking. This guy too is called an honorable. Look at the level of thinking. And I listen to the tape. I'm going to be playing it later in the day. He said, me America. ama mo akɔbɔ ma brabɔ wɔ hɔ. Where is Nana Akufo-Addo? Bawumia, NPP. So these are the men you have. These men who talk as if they just got introduced to the kindergarten. It's sad. At the time we are all pummeling the nail of patriotism into the wood, into the very fiber of our nation. At the time that we all are rallying around and trumpeting the message of patriotism, listen to this guy. And this guy too wants to be called an honorable. What is honorable about what he has said? He says that the way he took them to Australia, and they all went to Australia looking for greener pastures. We all remember how people were taken to Australia and how they faked it. They were sports people, some of them disabled. My brother, my sister, physical challenges. Those who said they couldn't speak, in other words, they were dumb, kind of. These days they say we shouldn't use the word dumb. So I don't know how we will replace that. I know that for the word crippled, we can say physically challenged. How about dumb? What do we say? Orally challenged? With all respect, my brother, anybody can be physically challenged at any time. Under no circumstances would we ever look down on physically challenged people. You claim you are dumb, you can't speak. Right at the airport, they're asking you, what is your name? Say, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Then you go into the bathroom, and the next thing we hear is, hey, Charlie. Oh, boy. Yeah, do your more. Charlie. And white people hate them. They are not used to CCTV. At the end of the day, some of them were able to escape, and a lot more were arrested. This is their trump card. After destroying the nation, they are carrying everybody out of the nation to go out there and look for greener pastures in America. This guy, if the NPP keeps him in the party, it means that this party truly has no future for anybody. I am disappointed in the NPP right now. Maybe next election, I might just say that, okay, I think I see things growing in this party better, just like before Nana Akufo-Addo came and we all supported him. My brother, but if these are the elements in this party who are referred to as the men, I beg to differ. What a shame! America, and he was speaking to chiefs, and none of the chiefs could get up and look at him in the face and say, Fiago! 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 None of the chiefs said that. They sat down and watched him. My brother, him say, Edro achiomo. Now they are just saying things that do not make sense. They used to lie to us, and we believe them. Now they are short of lies. They are showing their real selves. Or Dimubeko America, and he thought he was saying something sensible. My brother, to be honest with you, the way I love my patriotism, the way I love my Ghana, the way I love my Africa, had it not been some forces in the studios here that are preventing me from exploding, by now the roof in this building would have exploded. Producer says, don't explode. So I'll leave it here. But
now, Pius Hadzide who said that send a man for son and regular son dear. With your mamma one time by church in Semudia and Shana at the Insamu for any abentino. Pius Hadzide on August Saba Bonton, Abachins.
You asked me where it is coming from. It is coming out of a realization that as Member of Parliament, I have a duty to serve and to be both a good legislator and an agent of development. a development of the community and a development of the people, moving them from one place to the other, upward mobility, horizontal mobility, so that they can achieve on their dreams and their aspirations. And I have met many young people in my constituency who have told me they want to travel outside for one reason or the other. Some have said they want to go and study. Some say they want to go and work. And others have said to me that they want to go and support the national team when Ghana qualifies for the next World Cup. And in my engagement with the community, I made pledge that as a member of parliament, I shall ensure to facilitate their movement outside of the country. And I know that we were going to deploy the rightful, acceptable ways. People will have to apply to the various embassies that the embassies of the countries they wish to visit and go through the process. I'll assist them to go through that process. Some of them may need support in terms of top-ups to buy their tickets and all of that. I'm prepared to support them. And so I made pledge to my people that I will support them to achieve their dreams.
Mr. Hadzide, by which means do you intend to support the constituents? I mean, you're seeking to represent them. You just denied your connection with the sports ministry. How do you intend to do that?
I just explained to you that people need to apply for their visas. They need assistance, even somehow to fill the forms and do the clerical works, administrative efforts that need to be put in.
And you think
some even need the resources to pay for their visa application.
Where are you going to get the money from?
Probably my salary. I'm going to earn salary, am I not?
MPs are not paid more than 30,000. I guess it's even less. How are you going to support a constituency filled with hundreds and thousands of people?
It's not everybody who wants to travel, Sister Beatrice. It's just a few young people who want to travel. It's not every Tom, Dick and Harry in the constituency that wants to travel.
And as somebody who is aspiring to go to Parliament, you think that is your primary responsibility?
It's not a question of primary or secondary. It's my responsibility to assist people to achieve on their dreams.
The last time I checked on the legislative or constitutional provisions, your primary job was to make laws. So how do you then go to a constituency to promise them, just a second, how do you then go to a constituency to promise them that you're going to take their children to US if you become their MP?
Yeah, I'm saying that my understanding of my mandate is to be a legislator and an agent of development. I believe that I've been given an opportunity to help move with my people, to help them achieve their dreams and their aspirations. If it means that I should organize extra classes for students, for instance, I'm not going to say that I'm a member of parliament to make laws. I will help them to organize extra classes. Let somebody come and tell me that that is not my job. I will hear you all right, but I will still organize extra classes for my students because I need them to pass their exams so that they can prepare for the world ahead of them.
Again,
and if I have a constituent who wants to travel, I will support the constituent. I'm not going to sit down and say that I'm supposed to be a lawmaker, and so all I will do is to go and sit in parliament and make laws.
So you don't Mr. Hadzide, you don't find anything wrong with what you said?
But is there do you find something wrong with what I said? Do you find something wrong?
Is that the
why
best?
Should there be? But why should there be something wrong with supporting somebody to travel outside, whether to study or to work? Why should there be something wrong with that?
You don't think that as an MP, your focus should be on ensuring that we have the right environment to get people to invest in this country, to stay here and to build the country rather than to take them out?
We will do that, but that does not mean that the people of Ghana will not travel, broaden their horizons, get new insights and experiences. There are people from all over the world who are in Ghana for one reason or the other. Some of them are studying. It's not because probably they don't have good schools. It's not because they don't have jobs. Sometimes people just want to gain new insights and new experiences. It helps. Why do we say that we're in a global village? And I think that we should not be overly simplistic, and we should not be too eager to throw somebody under the bus. Let's be open-minded about these things, and let's be very, very analytical. Are we saying that Ghanaians should not travel outside of Ghana?
That's not the point. But for you to make it a campaign promise that if, I mean, we played your voice. I'm sure you heard it. And I'm sure you remember exactly what you said as well. That if you vote for me, and then I will help your children to travel out of the country as a main campaign
No,
promise.
the ones who want to travel. It's not everybody who wants to travel,
I
my
get
dear.
that point,
The
yes.
ones who want to travel, I will support them to travel. I shouldn't support them to travel if they want to travel.
Again,
they want to go steady. They want to study out.
Pius Hadzide, the promises are coming new. Say and a manful so are reacting to it. Mention one again, our comment section as you push them from maybe so actually all the social media platforms will be a Tuntum TV, a Facebook page, you know, a Tuntum GH. Message so be like it, no fully and so Honamon. Atunka Cosmetics, or the four girls and restaurants, and the Royal Heart to Milk Cab, one of Mobomia, Medicine, Eddie Ebesum. Babusiam, or didn't you hear Pay Mother Sabetry, our comment section as say Eddie Ame, Eddie Abacope. I'll send you this year, Perku Yupo.